think I'm off course. Yeah. Well, that didn't take long.
Do you think I'm crazy? I've done all this before. When there's no one sitting on the throne, I will get up there and make sure I never will return.
It's been 1 year since I last visited Hilton Falls Conservation Area. I mean, really, there's only two reasons to come here. Either you're coming to see the falls, or you're coming to run well, I suppose you could be coming for a hike. There's mountain bike trails, horseback riding, a reservoir. Okay, so there's like 16 or 17 reasons you might come to Hilton Falls. But when I come, it's to run the Beav.
Good, how you doing?
Good, are you running today?
I am.
Perfect, just you in there?
Just me.
All right, have a good one.
Thanks. All right, thanks. Thank you.
It was just above freezing when I arrived, and there was frost everywhere. Oh wait, that was last year. This year, the temperature was 14 degrees Celsius at the start and going up to 25 and sunny by the afternoon. Also, this year there was no sign of a beaver. Last year, a beaver built a dam and flooded part of the course. But this year, we'd have dry feet as long as you didn't step in the only puddle on the course. The 25K loop is mostly flat with a few technical sections, so without the flood this year, people could set some pretty ambitious goals for themselves, helped by some great weather.
It's gonna be a nice day. No rain, no beaver. Sweet.
Speaking of ambitious goals, I had two goals in mind for today's race. Goal number 1, be less horrible. Goal number 2, don't strike out. Coincidentally, these were the same two goals I had when I was young and single going out to bars, but that meant something very different. Here to explain is me.
Goal number 1, be less horrible. Basically, last year I came into this race out of shape and I finished with a horrible time. I realize everyone runs at a different pace, and what I think is horrible, someone else might think is great. What I think is great, someone else might think is horrible. But based on where I felt I should have been had I been training and preparing properly, this was an 11 on my horribility meter. So I plan to come back and run it better this year. Well, after a summer of injury and rushing back to scrape through a 50K 4 weeks ago, I was basically in the same shape that I was last year. So my plan was to finish with a horrible, out-of-shape time, less horrible than last year's. Goal number 2, don't strike out. There comes a point in every race where I go a little bit Walter Mitty and my brain drifts off somewhere else and I stop paying attention and wander off the course. The worst one was at a 100-mile race where I was chatting with a buddy and we weren't paying attention and we missed a turn and added 10 miles to the race. Now going off course once is fine. It happens. Going off course twice, not great, but I can live with it. Going off course a third time on a 50K course that I've run before, not acceptable. So I was employing a 3-strike rule for today's race for going off course. So the two goals translate into beat last year's time and don't wander off the course. Now getting to the starting line before the race starts for a change, that should probably be my third goal. Have your music. Heading to the start of the 50K. Let's go.
As usual, things were pretty crowded near the beginning, but soon we hit some wide trails and things opened up. The leaves fell a bit later this year with the warmer weather, so many rocks were hidden under the freshly fallen leaves, perfectly hidden for runners to trip over.
No blood?
No.
Could have been worse. Hello. That way?
That way.
You sure?
The aid station people sent me in the right direction, but right after that I came across a bridge that really looked like it needed to be crossed. I think I'm off course. Yeah. Well, that didn't take long. Don't go that way. How you doing? About 7K in. Keeping it conservative so far. Just running nice and easy. Only got lost once. It's a good day. Morning.
As I left the 8K aid station, I started to pass a lot of runners heading in the other direction from the early 25K race.
Dave! How you doing, man? I made a wrong turn already.
Oh, jeez. And good course.
Yeah, no.
Nice and flat.
Nice and flat. Couple technical stuff, but good.
All right, man.
Enjoy.
Enjoy.
All right, take care.
I then reached a dry, smooth section that looked very different last year.
No beavers this year. Dave, how you doing, man? Pretty much at the farthest point here. Now we're turning around and heading back. Those are well-behaved dogs.
Now, if you've run any of the ultra races in Ontario, you will absolutely have come across Ron, because he runs pretty much all of them.
How you doing, Ron?
Good. Are we halfway?
Oh yeah, we passed the end loop, I think, and we're on the way back. I could be wrong, I got lost already. What number ultra do you think this is for you? You even count anymore?
Yeah. I'm 354, I think.
354.
And I can only do 14.
Only 14 a year. Jeez. Oh, you're about 300 more than me. What's the first year you did one?
It must have been 93. I'm trying to hang on.
You're still out here at the malls. Well, enjoy the rest of your day.
Thanks for the visit.
Take care.
See ya.
354.
That's crazy.
Speaking of crazy,
Hey, how's it going?
yep, that's Katie, who I met 4 weeks prior at Sticks and Stones, where everyone was running 50K, but she decided to do 100K. Hopefully, she read the race details properly this time.
So, guys.
Then, as many more runners passed in the other direction, I started to get a little confused.
Not sure what's going on. I see people passing in the other direction that I don't think should be. Hope I didn't make a wrong turn. I'm still on the course. I just hope I'm going in the right direction. That was a sandwich.
When I arrived at the 17K aid station, I knew everything was okay and I was still on track. Or so I thought.
I just went off course for the second time. But somebody called me back before I went too far.
Less than 20K into the race, and I've already gone off course twice. Good job.
Oh, thank you. I'm good. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. Again. Have a good day. Good job, bud. Okay, I'm about 2 kilometers or so from the end of the first loop. Feeling good. Managed to keep it slow, but not too slow. Nice, even pace. I'm feeling all right. All right, so first loop was just under 245, which is exactly what I'd planned for. I figured around 245, so I'm on pace. Did it again. Somebody just called me back. This is the path. Jeez, 3 times now. So just over halfway, and goal number 2 is already in the toilet. On the bright side, I was still on track for goal number 1. I just had to focus and avoid any distractions that could slow me down. Ooh. No. Snake. What kind of dog is that? How you doing, Ron? All right. Hello, thank you. Oh, Gatorade?
Yep, we got Gatorade.
Woo! See somebody, or are you just yelling?
Sometimes I do just yell in the woods, as I mean.
Thanks, guys. Getting windy. I'm somewhere out near the far end turnaround of the loop. Thank God. Yeah. Just Gatorade, I think.
Gatorade? You're having any camping or anything, or? No?
Not this time. I'm okay.
Good. You going this way?
Of course I am.
I have, yeah.
It's okay, we try to pay attention.
Thanks, guys. Okay, about 8K to go. Feeling pretty good. Might be slightly under last year's time. Less than 8K to go, and things were going great. The only thing missing from this race was some sharp, jarring calf cramps. Yep. And there we go. I knew that was coming. The cramping got worse over the next little while. My calves are cramping non-stop now. It actually brought me to a stop a few times, which was not going to help my finishing time. Thank you. Oh, I got a bit of Gatorade. I did? I can go home now? Where am I going? Oh, awesome. Okay, thank you. Thanks. 5K to go. It might take a little while. My cramping was out of the way, but I was cutting it close to finish under last year's 6-hour time. Still, I had to try. After the race, I managed to head over to Tanker's Canteen without getting lost, to drown my sorrows in some Gatorade and junk food. But then, as I hung out watching finishers come in and chatting with other runners about my life's failures, I learned there was more to the story regarding my misdirection. After the race, I was chatting with race director Jeff, and he mentioned that some mountain bikers had been messing around with some of the flags. So 2 days after the race, I went deep undercover and returned to the course. I was actually just going back to get more familiar with the trails, but after turning down a mountain biking trail which was not part of the course, I came across a bunch of flags that were moved there. It looked like they were set up to make people go down the wrong trail. So, was this part of the reason I went off course so many times? No. Everywhere I went off course was clearly marked. I'm just an idiot. Now I need to go back next year and actually run a decent race. Hopefully train properly and not injured. Well, that hasn't started off so well. During the week after the Beav, when I should have been resting, for absolutely no reason I decided to run every day, and I even threw in a few heavy leg workouts. Then on Friday, while playing soccer, I tore my calf. That meant I'd get to lay around for the next few weeks watching World Cup soccer while I waited for the Western States 100 lottery.
16 ticket count from Mississauga, Ontario, Canada. Morgan Schick.
So, should be some pretty epic videos next year. I still need to put together the video from the Bighorn 100 back in June, so I'll get to that over the winter. Well, thanks for watching. And for all you kids out there, remember to be less horrible and stay on course. Now get lost.